I think one of the major things that sets the scholarship apart is that the scholarship doesn't see any political party. The scholarship doesn't look for whether you voted for President Boakai, whether you voted for former President Weah, whether you voted for aspirant Cummings. What the scholarship look for is Liberians who are looking for opportunities, right, to move forward. That's why if you listen to President Boakai, in his statement, he said, I am not thinking about the next election. I am thinking about the next generation. Because when we build the next generation, we will build the nation, and the nation will continue to progress. My name is Bill Mangale Jones. I currently serve here at the Ministry of State as Deputy Minister for Administration, and I also chair the Presidential Scholarship Committee.
The Presidential Scholarship Program is a national merit-based initiative that provides tuition coverage for students from different universities and colleges across Liberia.
Some of the problem in our country as part of the arrest agenda for inclusive development was that the school-going processes, there were some challenges around it in terms of funding opportunities. A lot of people were dropping out of school because of funding opportunities and everything. So the president thought that as part of the funding that had been allocated to his office to run the affairs of the presidency, he needed to start the ball game rolling by supporting a lot of the young people. So the scholarship was launched with the clear goal of supporting people who are in need, people who are looking for opportunity, to prepare them for tomorrow. But the scholarship is 100% a merit-based process. So the scholarship is given in two folds. There is 100% tuition for people who acquire the 100% 3.0 GPA consistently across different institutions. And there's a 2.5 GPA component for students who are more like in the school, but they got some constraints. They got some challenges that maybe they can't reach the 3.0 GPA. So they will be around the 2.5, 2.6, 2.7 in those range. So what will happen is that when you apply, we go back to do all of those different engagement to follow up, because you're putting all of your different bio data for your parents, your location, your community. So we'll do some community background check to see if Marjorie, for instance, who applied and saying that, oh, I have my 2.5 GPA, but it's been the constraint has been that I don't have, and I'm a sponsor person. So we consider you on the scholarship in the way, and hoping that you will maintain, you go above the 2.5. So those in that category, we give them 60% tuition. So there's two categories. There's 100%, which is a 3.0, the academic one, and there's the other one, which is the financial aid, which is 60%.
Students on the scholarship are required to do 10 hours community service per semester. So 10 hours, our students are required to form teams, identify projects, identify problems in a community that they are able, with their skills, with their talent, their God-given talents to solve, that they are able to contribute to. So those projects can range from cleaning the community to doing adult literacy, to going to the market and training market women on basic things like just having their records and stuff like that. We have projects where our scholarship recipients go to the ghettos and speak to other young people, explaining to them the danger of illicit drug, what it's doing, encouraging them to leave that. We have several of those projects under the scholarship that the recipients are undertaking. We also have projects where they do recycle waste, plastic bag, and turn them into useful products and all that. So that's another requirement. So you have to do the 10 hours community service.
Our goal has been to sit down with the scholarship and the person the man who developed the idea, the president, to come out. So as part of the conversation with him, he always talk about how do we support the other Liberian youth outside of Monrovia. And that's why you heard me saying we are taking Liberia out of Monrovia, because Monrovia is not Liberia. So as part of that plan, we've decided that looking at the number of students that we're currently serving, right, it's about a little over 490 students, and at least 80 to 85% of them are right here in Monserrado. And we thought that Monserrado have gotten a bigger cake of it, and all of the different other support from different institutions are also right here in Monserrado. So the scholarship committee made a decision that beginning this intake that we already started, that we launched last Friday, we're going to go outside of Montserrat. But we'll also not just be going outside of Montserrat, we'll be going to more public institutions that are there, the community colleges and universities. So that's why we decided that, okay, going outside, where can we go? What are the places? We started looking around. Right here in Grand Bassa, we were there in July for the July 26th. We realized that the scholarship is not there yet, but they got a Grand Bassa University there, right? So we said, okay, we'll go to Grand Bassa. We also checked in Cape Mount, even though the University of Liberia there, but most of the people who had on the University of Liberia side for the Cape Mount for the public university were right here in Monrovia. So we said, but there are people in Singay. So instead of them leaving from Singay to come way Monrovia before they go to school, let's create one opportunity for them in Cape Mount. Then the Bombing University right there too. So people can be right in Tottenham, people can come from Bapolo, some people can come from Cape Mount, they can all come right to school right there because they got their family people right there. So we say, in Bon County, we're not dealing with the big school that they call the Bon County University. So we say, let's add it. Let's bring them on. In Grand G there, we're not doing nothing there. But we're doing something in Maryland and Grand Cruz. So we say Grand G there is a center, it's another center point that we need to bring people on. So we added the Grand G there University there. So you get people coming. In Sino, they got a technical college there. Nothing will happen there, so we added them too. But we're not just stopping by bringing in new people, right? The other places that were already working, but the number were low, like in Lofa, right? In Nima, right? We are saying to them, we want more people to apply from there. So in terms of the expansion is to help take out the scholarship out to those areas, because when you look at the people who are looking for the opportunity, I'm not saying people in Monrovia are not looking for it, but we also want it to be balanced, because those counties have huge populations. They need people. We end up people there looking for assistance and opportunity. So that was the thought around moving there. So we set a clear requirement. Say, for you to be on a scholarship, whether you're from Bogongile, whether you're from Plibo-Solican District, whether you're from Belefana in Bon, all we want from you, there's two categories. If you want 100% tuition, right? We don't need to know you. We don't need to know your parents, nothing. Just go and know when you're in school, score your 3.00, right? If you want a financial aid, which is a 60%, right? Tuition, make sure that you don't drop below the 2.5, but you will also verify that you actually have a need, right? To do it. So we do it like that so that it's a fair play. Before you even get on a scholarship, everything that you find when you're doing the application, you will select which one you want online. The new counties we're going to, there will be two groups of people, and even some of the old counties that we're working in. There will be one group of people who are already in school, who are now on the scholarship, who will apply, right? They will submit their grade sheet as part of that process. There's a new group who just took the entrance, right? Who passed the entrance, they got their admission letter with their ID number, they admitted to their college. The only thing you need to do for that new group of people, when you're applying, just put your admission letter, right? On the application, and that will help you. So the neutrality part of it really makes me happy.
As part of its activities with the recipients, is hosting an inter-university debate amongst the 22 universities and colleges that are currently on. The debate is being organized by the Ministry of State for Presidential Affairs. It is organized to teach our scholarship beneficiaries how to do research, how to speak with facts. We're trying to engage with them on their public speaking abilities and skills to develop them further. It is an opportunity for young people to be able to share their thoughts, to be able to discuss policies, just to be able to show what they've learned, to be able to do the research and stand and defend their ideas, their thoughts, and be able to rebut with each other and just be able to do discussions around national development and things that affect them. The debate will be held on Thursday and Friday, August 13th and 14th, 2026 at the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf Ministerial Complex, beginning at 8 o'clock in the morning.
One of the major things that sets the scholarship apart is that the scholarship doesn't see any political party. The scholarship doesn't look for whether you voted for President Boakai, whether you voted for former President Weah, whether you voted for aspirant Cummings. What the scholarship look for is Liberians who are looking for opportunities, right, to move forward. That's why if you listen to President Boakai, in his statement, he said, I am not thinking about the next election. I am thinking about the next generation. Because when we build the next generation, we will build a nation, and the nation will continue to progress.